Welcome back, everyone, from the break. Let's jump straight back into things. So, the Commonwealth United Forces have lost roughly a third of their number since making their way across the I-93 bridge. There's about 1,000 of them left. And they are all milling about the area which they have been taken to through the EMP field. As you should be able to see on the map. Well, maybe not.
It was there for a moment.
There it is. I just need to make it big enough so people can see at home. There we go. Oh, I need to get rid of a thing that just appeared out of nowhere. That'll do it. Okay. Professional streaming expert right here. So essentially where the big red X is on the map, that is where you are. In this very eerie, almost pre-war looking area of pathways, roads, the occasional bush, and a couple of buildings. The Voltec Regional Offices is to the north. The Commonwealth Institute of Technology, where the Institute underground used to be before you kind of destroyed them. Inside the Commonwealth Institute of Technology, there is a teleportation ring. So various Commonwealth United forces have been going to between, teleporting down, getting medical attention, or otherwise getting set up downstairs. All around you is busy with activity as various units are issuing orders and carrying things out and checking on their numbers. But you have all gathered in the centre. Standing roughly in a circle. You all are obviously there, as are the various generals of the Commonwealth United Forces Army, including Betsy from Montefiore Towers, John Hancock from Good Neighbour, Knight Maxie is there, Olivia Barstow is there, not a general, but she's just standing next to Jade, looking quite anxious. Sergeant Bauer is there, smoking cigarettes and generally looking occasionally looking over at Augusta and Jade with daggers in her ghoulified radioactive eyes.
Jade had nothing to do with that.
Piper Wright, the journalist, is standing at the side with her notepad taking notes. Master Boner is there, the mutant, sharpening his bone. Dr. Malibu and Professor Doctor, the chem dealers from Good Neighbour and Montefiore Towers, are also there, currently doing loads of jet in the corner and giggling to themselves. Just basically almost every named character that you have met up to this point, north of in Boston and to the north, is there, and also Gloria is there, the representative of the new synth or former synth civilization that Augusta has started. So there's a lot of people there, and we're going to start with John Hancock speaking. I first off want to thank our new philosophically complicated friends, the synths. Gloria, was that your name? Yes. Thank you for helping us make our escape, but thanks also to the defenders of the Commonwealth for bringing us to this safe land, which is weird. Why did they choose a pink EMP field? I don't mean to be sexist, but it's a little girly. So, here's where we're at. Currently, the Baconite forces are to the north, fighting these Forge that we just had a taste of. I don't think we're going to have much of a chance facing them head on. But to those of you who have been inside the Institute for a while, and he refers to you three, Nick Valentine, Dr. Amari, who are also there. Maybe you've got some kind of plan. And the floor is therefore open to anyone.
I say we teleport several nuclear bombs right over them and just drop them, causing the most destruction possible and possibly eliminating as many enemies as possible. Then go in and follow up with a strike of ground forces until all are dead.
Betsy stands up and says, "Now you're fucking talking."
We kind of still need that board.
What board?
What we need is something that can turn blueprints into a physical product.
So another working fabricator.
Yeah.
Or Cathy Bacon.
She has one.
General Isaac steps forward and says, "I was just investigating with a few troops. There's a whole vault underneath that Vault Tech building."
I thought there might be. I have an idea, and it might not solve all of our problems, but I think it will help. Radio Metal, where we originally went when we first left you all, and we split off into our groups, we weren't able to disable it entirely. We were apprehended ourselves by robot computer security that seemed friendly and were anxious to be friendly to us, get us on side, all that sort of thing. We didn't disable it. I'm wondering if the signal that it's sending out could be corrupted intentionally, and we could reprogram or disable the robots it's affected.
Dr. O'Malley stands up and says, "That signal was what was making all the robots leave."
Exactly, yeah. So we disable that, and I'm not assuming the robots will go back to normal, but we might be able to make them do something else, or just let them go back to how they were.
Give them free will.
I don't know if I can program that in a radio signal form. It would be quite a big amount of data to send. We need it to be quick enough that Cathy isn't alerted and then stops it completely.
Can you just shut them off?
By the way, I will have told everyone that Cathy apparently can have surveilled my Pip-Boy. So
Cathy pinged you, yeah.
Yeah. So Jade might. Yeah.
If you don't like
first
that
of all,
happening,
told them, then packed it away or not have taken up since we went through the EMP field. Because he's not sure if she actually just overheard him without
Well, there's always my EMP friendly dustbin with rubber sheeting inside to hold electronic items as a Faraday cage.
Dr. Omari says, "There's no radio signals getting in through that field. So however she got in contact with you before, she's not doing it now." John Hancock then says, "So you science people could make a thing to program the robots over the radio waves,
or at least undo the thing that was done to them." Yeah.
Why don't you make a signal that just says to stop functioning?
Because some of them are useful. We could make them stop functioning if you'd like, but we'd lose a lot of useful robots.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't you just be able to then go up to them and reprogram them or whatever?
Yeah, but so would the Brotherhood of Steel or anyone with the knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave that to you science people to work out some kind of solution there. Maxie, you were about to say something earlier. Now Maxie stands up and says, Well, if we were to take Herbie's plan, we could drop nukes from above on the robots and also take our forces to strike as a distraction for a team to go to Radio Metal and output this signal. They would be distracted. We should clear the way mostly so a team could go in and send out whatever signal is decided on would be best to end the war.
We can teleport in, right? It's within the reach of the teleporters.
Dr. Mario says, yeah, it's on the map. We could get some people there. I mean, if we're going this way, then Augusta would have to go. She's a smart one who knows more about this signal thing than I do. We send her and a bunch of people, a bunch of forces in, secure the Radio Metal, upload the signal. That could work. And if the rest of the force, if the Commonwealth United forces are attacking from the ground and we're teleporting bombs from the sky, that would be a suitable distraction. Sorry, Tim, I just saw that you had some headphone issues. How much of that did you hear?
I heard most of it until about the last end because it kicked into my other speakers. So I just missed like the last sentence or two.
Okay. It was just Dr. Amari basically outlining that it might be possible to... confirming essentially what Night Maxi said.
Okay.
At that point, Gloria stands forward and says, my collective has had a discussion and we have chosen to assist how we can. As long as any artificial life that can be saved can be saved. If there is no other way of turning these robots back, obviously they have to be destroyed. But we must, for us to continue, we must know that everything is there. We must know that everything that can be done to save them is done.
Jade might be... Do you want to play it out if Jade is going to try to give her like the overall picture of all this? Or is it that because he's going to tell like what the signal from the radio is doing, what Kathy want to do? So it's like before they were forced into a role anyway, and now Kathy is using them for her vision of the world.
Okay.
That is also kind of forcing her ways onto us. So because that's what Jade is struggling with, that it's...
You essentially communicate that to Gloria.
Yeah.
Okay. Gloria responds
and kind
saying,
of ask her like input or idea, like she's a artificial intelligence too, like what would be the best way to help these robots choose for themselves, or the lesser of two evils.
Augusta gave us the ability to choose. If Augusta could also give these other robots the ability to choose, John Hancock stands and says, perfect, well, look, you guys seem pretty good and cool, but what if they make the wrong choice?
Also, not every robot has the capacity for AI.
What if you made the wrong choice? You hear Herbie.
Yeah,
like Gloria.
Hancock, this is the whole thing. There is no wrong choice.
Bessie
You have
says,
to
there's
choose
the
for
right
yourself.
choice is ending the war. We've already lost Zeb. I've lost a number of people. John, you've lost Dingham. Whatever stops the death. That's what I vote for.
You could surrender to Kathy and just let her tell you how to live.
That would stop the killing. For now,
At that
at
point,
least.
several, almost half of the people gathered, stand
you,
up and look at you, Herbie, and say, no.
Or you could join the Forge and let them put metal parts and become one of them. That's the only way you're going to get out of here without any more death, is to surrender.
Night Maxie stands up and says, you don't want that. I don't even know what the hell I am.
What I'm saying is there's going to be no way out without death. So sitting there and praying and hoping, just stop.
We have all lost people, and we all want as much of it to stop as we can, but we can't force people to do or create the world we want. They have to choose it for themselves. Wasn't that what you were fighting for too, Hancock? Like, wasn't that the whole point of what you were doing?
How about this?
Says, you've shamed me, Jade. Because you're right. Betsy says, hang on. John says, no, look. Good Neighbor was founded on the principle that we would have the right to choose how we lived. Whether we wanted to get fucked up on chems, or whether we wanted to live in peace, whatever we wanted to do, as long as it wasn't hurting anybody else. That's the whole point. And I know for sure that Monofonto was founded on similar principles because I talked to Monda Rosa Jones endlessly when making our new constitution. If we want to bring those ideals to the wasteland, we can't. I vote for giving them the right to choose.
On our own, for our own sake, and we can leave them with the choice to fight with us for the same principles. But we can't just say that we want them to fight for us. We can say we wish for them to fight for us because we believe in our vision, but so does Kathy Bacon. She believes in her vision. She's tired of the fighting too, but her way is to force everyone to stop fighting. And
yeah, I already had a mother. I don't need another one.
Well, she's more of the kind prisoner guard. You do as long as you do what she says, you're happy.
Olivia Barstow speaks up very gently and says, could she be persuaded?
I tried.
Right now,
didn't work. Not sure that someone else can't.
So right now, just to keep this straight, we could send out a new signal through Matal. And what about the Forge? That would just leave them.
Dodamari says any signal could potentially reprogram them too.
Because we haven't had any indication that those the Forge have been affected by the signal Kathy was making, though.
That's true. Well, if someone could get me a Forge robot, I could maybe work out some kind of way to make the signal work on them.
We have Night Maxie.
Give me a little while. I'll be back.
Well, we can teleport in, grab one, and teleport back out.
Yeah, that's more or less what he was going to do. On the other end of the bridge, we just fought several of them.
Night Maxie stands up and says, there might be something in my head that you could look at. But Sounds like Herbie's going to go off and get one.
I mean, we're back to the same principle as free choice. If we grab one, we're basically forcing him to, or her, or them.
Well, we just defeated several, and there's bodies out there. If we could bring them back, is what I'm saying. We got.
Dr. Murray says they don't have to be functioning. Just get me a wreck. One, ideally with a central processing unit that's intact.
That we can do.
Should be, yeah, that's what Herbie was running out to grab.
Okay.
Not
John
a
says,
live one.
All right, we'll reconvene in about 30 minutes once we've grabbed a robot, and Dr. Amari can give us her best judgments on it. So let's montage this out. Herbie, you and a bunch of Commonwealth United forces go to the teleportation ring underground. Dr. Amari sends you back to the battle lines where you just were. And you managed to pick up a dead Protectron Basilisk corpse. And you teleport back. During that time, Dr. Amari and Augusta are talking. You have gone down to the Institute and you're working on some terminals as you tried to work out the data you found, I guess. Is that what you would do? I don't want to tell you what to do.
I think, yeah, a combination of that data and analyzing the signal that was coming from Radio Metal to see how much, what size the data packets are, that kind of thing. Like how much data can we send in one go and how quickly can we get that data to where it needs to be, because I feel like as soon as we mess with it, Kathy will notice.
Okay. That's going to be... You've got Dr. Amari with you. So this would be... Oh, go away, fly. This would be usually like a 3 difficulty, but it's going to be down to 2. Science, intelligence.
If we can get the Baconites and the Forge to do like that Christmas truth, that would be awesome.
A Christmas truce.
You haven't... Okay. I don't remember what war and between who and how.
It was World War One. It's a famous story.
Yeah.
British, French, and German.
They had like each side, and Christmas Eve they just stopped fighting and...
Yeah, they definitely went into no man's land and had some drinks and sung some songs. There's an urban myth that they played football. There's no evidence of them actually having a football there, but the rest of it is very much true, apparently. But
exactly.
Yeah, Augusta, you just rolled 4 successes on that, and you scored a critical success. So let me talk this out. You analyze the data you found on how to reprogram a robot using a radio signal. You have found that you can essentially replace the entire equivalent of like the BIOS, like the startup system, with almost anything you like in a compatible robot, which is basically most robots. This wouldn't affect synths, as synths don't have that. They're more advanced technology. Also, it may not work on certain robots that Kathy Bacon has made with a newfangled microchip technology. Could work, might not work, you don't know. But with that role and Dr. Amari looking over the basilisk that was taken by Herbie, their audio receptor where the data would come in has been disabled. However, because you scored a critical success, you have found a workaround. So you are pretty confident that you could make a new signal, put it on a holotape inside the Institute, and if you could play that out of Radio Metal, you could reprogram the vast majority of the robots, if not all of them.
I think we may have a solid plan here.
So we'll gather everyone around. The council reconvenes. And John Hancock says, "All right, eggheads, what you got?"
She holds up a holotape. This should be able to reprogram the majority of robots in range of the radio signal, which is all the ones we are worried about right now.
Reprogram them to do what?
What would you like?
I vote giving them the right to choose.
Then we can do that.
Gloria says, "We concur. You gave us
I
choice.
thought you might.
Give them a choice." Betsy says, "I vote shutdown." Now Maxie says, "Same."
I'd say give them free will. And Asmanoff's rules of robotics.
Did you read that on some of your toilet paper by any chance, Herbie?
Well, you have to do something while you're sitting there.
If you were out there, Maxie, if they had gotten away with what they wanted to with you, and you and those forces out there, would you rather be shut down than to be giving the choice of what you wanted to do?
He points at his head. Look what they did. Don't they have to pay for that?
You still
Not just for me, but for all of my brotherhood people, all the people of Vault 75, all the people of all of the settlements that they destroyed.
They didn't do that by choice. Someone told them to do it.
And we give them back their free will. Maybe that'll release their memories and they can go back, much like you.
Find out who did it. Chase them down.
Well,
they didn't do it.
John Hancock says, "Look, more people have voted for the free will option. So I'm saying that wins. If this is going to be like the first meeting of the Commonwealth Provincial Government, shouldn't we make our first decision to do what's right?" Betsy says, "Wait, this is the first meeting of the Commonwealth Provincial Government?" John Hancock says, "Well," he whispers to her, pipe the presser here. Got to make it sound good, right?"
Heavy sigh from Herbie inside the machine, inside his suit.
John Hancock, at that point, he says, like, "So, we have a plan. We send a team to Radio Metal to send the signal. We'll rain down bombs and attack up the line to give them a distraction, just in case Kathy Bacon gets wind of what our plan is somehow. We can maybe distract her forces for a while, maybe a few hours on the ground, give the team a chance to do the job right."
Now, this signal is going to get both Kathy and the Forge.
Dr. Mari says,
to do it separately.
There's many parts of the signal, but essentially there is an algorithm in there that will hopefully unlock the audio receptors in the Forge. I don't know if this is going to hit every single one. There's going to be some maybe that we don't get, but I reckon this will severely reduce their numbers down to essentially something we can handle. And maybe these other robots that we set free will choose to help us, just much like Gloria and her people. Gloria says, "Yeah, we're people. But we were born yesterday, so we're still working a lot of things out."
Yeah, let them build up a coherent picture of things.
I'm just curious if they're a we or an I.
They'll tell us when they're ready. Right now, that's not important. That's an issue of identity, and they can figure themselves out.
Gloria immediately
can.
launches into a long tirade about how, essentially, to summarize it very quickly, they are a collective. They are all on a platform that is hosted inside the Institute, but each individual unit of that platform has the right to choose, but is always in constant contact with every other member of their platform. I am aware that doesn't answer the questions entirely of what you asked, but she used a lot of technological jargon, but that's essentially the impression of what she says. And John Hancock just says, well, that didn't feel like it needed to be said right there and then, but it's always good to talk and learn about each other, but maybe we should start getting together with the plan.
Okay, so what I'm hearing here is we could use you in some of you in each group so you can communicate with each other over long distances.
Yes. A way to understand it with a biological mind would be that we are all sitting in a control room that controls our vessels in the world. So you should imagine that we are all talking to each other in a room, whilst also being individual, autonomous, artificial life.
I think I got it. There's one central place and your individual lines elsewhere. Got it.
3 cents in a trench coat.
What's a trench coat?
Right now
Gloria says.
We have much to teach you.
I'm not sure if Jade would know that, but I did.
We have much to teach you, but right now that is the plan, and we should get on with it.
It was Olivia asked if Kathy could be persuaded to give up her utopia idea, right?
Well, right now we need to have a position of power or negotiation.
If this works,
right now she has.
If this works, Kathy won't have the ability to make that happen.
That I don't know, Dr. Amari says. This Kathy Bacon sounds like she's a lot more advanced. And she's also managed to make a vault into a walking death machine. She's one of the robots out there I don't know if this is going to work on.
She is the vault, right? The question is, can a part of the diversion be to try and talk to her again?
Takes a lot of power to move a whole vault. That kind of power won't last forever.
But Dr. Mari says, well, she was communicating with you, right? Through your Pip-Boy. You've got a line of communication that you could probably start up again the second you walk through the EMP field.
Exactly.
Well, me, Augusta, you, Herbie, and we'll take a bunch and maybe a few troops if they can be spared. We'll head to Radio Metal. And during that, you can try and talk Kathy Bacon down.
Or at least keep her talking and distracted.
Again, I have tried to reason with her. That didn't work. Maybe someone else have a better angle or better luck with the dice gods than I did last. But
Jade, your bedside manner is fantastic. I remember seeing it back where we lived before. I think you can do this.
What, me?
Yeah, you. There isn't another Jade in this room who has a bedside manner I'm aware of.
Bedside manner, that was what you said. I just didn't hear.
Yeah, working with patients and medical people.
Okay.
Yeah, you are a reassuring presence, a calming presence.
I just don't know what to say to her that I haven't said already.
She might feel differently when she loses half of her forces.
Well, you're going to have time to figure it out. We're going to start moving out in 20 minutes.
And if you can just
All
keep
right.
her talking, maybe she'll give you something to chat about.
Yep. I'm all for it.
If nothing else, discuss things of pre-war. Distract her. Talk to her about her. She was famous for something, wasn't she?
I actually not knew, but I knew of the original Kathy Bacon. She was quite big on equality, as far as I remember.
Quality.
Well, everyone, issue your orders. Maxie, Malibu, Professor Doctor, get your troops ready. We're heading north. When we're out there, you stay in touch over Pip Boy. Let us know how it's going at Radio Maxi, Radio Metal. I'm getting my words mixed up. So many M words. Good luck. This is going to be the final battle of the Commonwealth. Piper frantically writes that down, looking quite excited.
Well, those of us coming along to Madal, let's get you suited up and better armed.
You all go off in your various directions to prepare. Piper follows you and asks, look, I know that, like, I should be fighting, I maybe should be covering the other fight, but it sounds like the action's going to be where you lot are going. Can I come along? I'll stay out your way. I just want to write down everything that happens and then tell everyone about it.
I guess. Not something I have a problem
Armor
with.
up. Not a problem. Armor up and be willing to shoot things.
Yeah.
Can you promise me one thing? Can you promise me one thing?
Yeah. Giant mutant doctor. Absolutely.
Jade.
Jade, I had that in my notes. Sorry, I don't know if anyone's told you this before, but I've never met a single mutant like you. Most of them tried to eat me.
Yeah, I know. Some of us are another sort. The winner is the one that writes history. Try to take the viewpoints from the other parties too. Like, don't necessarily interview them, but
I mean, I did try, but then they tried to kill me.
yeah, but
And I can't report
mean,
other than what they do, because they did try to kill me many times.
absolutely. And
Like, I'm pretty sure that my mum's dead because of them. But I will maintain my journalistic integrity. I'm sure.
just they have their reasons for doing what they do too.
I'm sure they do. Let's go find out what those are, yeah?
Right.
So, you all split off and make your various preparations. Players, during this time, it is going to be assumed that you took a visit down to the medical area, and so you can all refill your hit points.
That will be very useful.
And if you didn't get better armor last time, get it this time.
It takes a long time to add armor on here.
Yeah. Just take the number of what you want to add and just add that to this sheet. It doesn't have to be exact at this point. Last session and all that.
Have you made that map available to us?
Not as yet, because you haven't gone there yet.
Okay. All right.
So
viewers can see it. We can't. Got it.
the viewers can't see it. Oh God, they shouldn't be able to see it.
Well, we could. I was watching it.
Well, shit. I'm gonna have to figure this out because I've messed something up there. Just ignore all of that.
You left your monitor viewing up on.
I
for
put
the
it on the
Twitch
wrong
stream.
thing. That's what I did. Okay, let me
This is
just.
because Michelle has a new screen, which is apparently the size of a football pitch.
It's 32-inch screen, which means that I can do this now on one screen because it's so big.
Okay,
I can
it's a
have.
Bootiel
I've got it
pitch.
in split in 4. But the problem was I set this to the wrong window. Let me just. Let's set the scene.
Teleport into fundamental.
As you make your
Or
way
better yet, in it.
after your final preparations, you, Dr. Amari, and Piper Wright make your way to the teleportation ring inside the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Behind you, the Commonwealth United Forces and the former Institute synths begin to make their way north to lead the distraction. Dr. Amari sets the teleportation ring in motion and quickly jumps over the railing and stands next to you and says, "What's this like? What's going to happen?"
Have you ever been drunk?
Constantly, for many years.
No, I mean like a glass of water is drunk, not like alcohol drunk.
I've drank water, yes.
Well, imagine being water.
What do you mean, imagine being... Everything goes white. You feel your consciousness separate from your physical form. You become energy for a brief second, and then you materialize.
You know that gets easier every time.
I hate it. When this is done, I'm never using one of these again.
For whatever reason, the
Come
map
on,
has
getting
completely
off your
failed to work on the
particle-
stream, so I'm going to have to do some theatre of the mind for the audience, but the players can see the map, so that's something. Okay.
Well, you had it showing to everybody before.
Yeah, but now I've broken it again. Because the thing I broke it again is what happened.
Overseer, Freddy's got all sassy. No, Herbie's got all sassy.
Last time Freddy / Herbie got sassy, Freddy died.
There are moments. Hey, it's the last episode. I could go out with a bang. I
Jade,
have now strapped plastic to myself.
Jade, Sniff, Dr. Amari, Herbie, Piper, Augusta, and her Miss Nanny have materialized inside the
I
walls.
don't have Miss Nanny. Miss Nanny is not here. Miss Nanny was left in the desert.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye, Miss Nanny. You have materialized inside the walls of Radio Metal. Straight ahead of you is the entrance, and standing in your way are 4 dogs. But these are not normal dogs. These are dogs that are cybernetic in nature. They stand for a second, and through all of the Pip Boys available, through the Pip Boys of Augusta and Jade at the same time, you hear a voice. "What are you doing there?"
Jade, turn it off. Get it off.
"No, don't
And she
turn me off."
Deactivates hers.
You deactivated your Pip Boys. Kathy Bacon's voice is silenced.
I might actually have done that before we got there because he knew that that was a possibility.
Fair enough. Augusta silences Kathy Bacon. Jade has already silenced her. At that point,
Herbie says, play fetch, and he pulls a pin on a grenade, waiting for his initiative order.
the dogs sprint forward. You are now in combat. Everyone, yeah. There's them. Yeah, cool.
Damn it, they moved too close.
Herbie, you are up first.
Since they closed the distance, he's going to throw it to the one over here. Excuse me, I'm out on the ping. But the one out here, he's
To the one on the right.
Because he pulled the grenade out and he was going to throw it.
Cool. Hit.
Herbie redosed. so he can do more damage if need be.
It's still standing, but looking pretty fucked up. It's currently only got 2 of its legs left.
Okay, additional damage because of the dice for his being on meds. Additional 10 points.
Oh yeah, it's blown to smithereens. Bits of robotic dog fly through the air, landing on your face, on your clothes, all over the place. Everyone gets covered in robotic viscera. Piper lets out a yell and stands behind you. And Augusta, it's your go.
And targeting the nearest dog, I can't see where that is because my character sheet is currently stuck to my cursor. But I'm going to fire an assault rifle. And then I'll fiddle with the character sheet to not slow things down further.
Right click when it does that.
You hit.
Oftentimes.
The sheet is now no longer stuck. Thank you, Herbie.
All right, now it's the dog's turn. Let me see what this one does to Herbie. The dog takes a bite out of your leg for 2 physical damage.
It clamps its jaws on my legs, and that's about all it does.
I thought that would be the case. Dr. Amari is also bitten on the leg. She lets out a scream. And she takes... Oh, crap. Her token isn't attached to her character sheet. Give me 1 second to fix that. Dr. Amari. Hit points. Yep. She lets out a scream and takes a little bit of damage. The cyberdog is going to attack Sniff, as they are jealous of Sniff for still having a functioning brain. And hit Sniff for 4 physical damage. So, yeah, take off 4 hit points from Sniff, would you, Jade?
HPs I have.
And at that point, all 3 of the cyber dogs begin to speak. What is it you are doing? We made a deal.
Everybody's ignoring.
Yeah, you do not respond. Fair enough. That's
Augusta reloads the rifle.
okay.
I mean, you don't need to reload that, but...
So, Jade, it's your go.
She did tell us that we could choose ourselves. The choice was to give her the blueprints, and she would make for us what we needed, and if we walked away, she would let us.
Yes, but from her perspective, you haven't got the blueprints, and you're currently attacking one of her locations. So, Jade, it's your go. There's currently a cyber dog trying to bite Sniff right in front of you.
We are exploring other options for a common ground, and then he will attack the dog because don't touch my dog. 1 success is enough to
Yes.
hit it. Yes.
Ooh, damn.
7 energy plus 4 piercing.
Okay.
Or including 4 piercing or whatever.
You manage to get the cyber dog off Sniff. You bash it back. It's bleeding from the face. Oil is leaking out of its neck, and it just says, "What do you mean common ground? What are you doing?" And next, it is the NPC turn. Dr. Amari shoots the cyber dog in front of her while screaming. Does a little bit of damage, but not loads. Piper drops her pistol on the ground. It just says, fuck, fuck. Picks it back up again, but she can't fire this turn.
Did Augusta teach you to fire a gun?
Oh, be nice.
Burn?
At that point, from behind you, a Mr. Gutsy appears. This is a souped-up, military-grade Mr. Handy robot that was upgraded for military applications. You just hear from behind you saying, Mother, they appear to be heading into the radio station. Then you hear, well, stop them then. Mr. Gutsy says, yes, Mother, and moves forward, readying to attack. And Herbie, it's your go.
That changes Herbie's choices. Yells at Augusta to shoot the one next to him, and he's going to turn on Mr. Gutsy, telling Piper to duck and fire at Mr. Gutsy, hoping that Piper got out of the way in time.
Oh, yeah.
And I can re-roll 3 dice.
So that's 9 so far.
So that would be
12.
a total of 12 in the end.
You fire.
That's aiming at Mr. Gutsy.
You hear the Mr. Gutsy say, taking damage. Send reinforcements, Mother. Augusta, it's your turn.
Augusta's obligingly going to try and demonstrate that she can, in fact, fire a gun and is going to shoot the cyber dog nearest Herbie.
You hit. You absolutely prove that you can fire a gun because you rain fire down and immediately send the dog flying, dead.
She's then going to move forward 1.
Okay, now it's the turn of the robots. Mr. Gutsy took a hell of a lot of damage and tries to fire his pistol, but the arm that's holding his pistol breaks off and falls to the ground. The bullet does travel, though, and hits nobody. Mr. Gutsy just says, that was my favourite arm! He can no longer use his pistol, as long as he is alive. Cyberdog.
He's been unarmed.
I think this is why we never usually go after 9 o'clock.
The cyberdog jumps up and takes a bite out of Dr. Amari's neck. She's on the ground, bleeding from the neck. She is not doing well. She is not long for this world. The cyberdog tries to take a bite out of Jade, but breaks most of its teeth on Jade's flesh, which is not supposed to happen. The dog rolled 2 physical damage, but that has been reduced to 1 as a result of the critical fail.
And I have armor.
Yeah, so
I
essentially
have 2 in armor.
does nothing. The dog whimpers. It's not having a good time. Jade, it's your go.
Well, let's see if we can get rid of this one.
This is against the cyberdog that's straight in front of you, right?
Yeah. 6 damage, 6 energy damage, including 3 piercing. And did we decide that Sniff was able to defend himself if he was attacked?
Yeah. Well, that's basically.
So he can do.
Yeah.
Yikes.
The critical success and the critical fail cancel each other out. So you just get a normal success from that. You rolled a 20 and a 1.
Yeah.
Which is something like 400% chance. Well, like a 1 in 400 chance or something silly for you to roll that. So well done.
So do I roll damage and we take half?
You roll damage and do full damage. Just it is a normal roll of this. You've just got one success essentially.
Right. It can't roll damage like that. Then what do we do? Damage 3. Can it do like that? Wait. There. Got it.
Sniff takes a big chunk out of the dog's neck. The dog is not looking good at all. The dog is very close to death. Dr. Amari
Damn it.
manages to beat the dog off a bit and sprints away, bleeding from the neck. She yells out, "Augusta, help!" And that's her turn. Piper is going to take a shot. With her pistol. And this time she just misses and moves away towards Augusta. No, she's going to move there. At that point, an Assaultron Raider shows up. From the mouths of all of the robots in front of you, you hear Kathy Bacon say, "I think I know what you're trying to do. You're going to use that radio signal on my children. Well, you can try, but I'm on my way."
I thought you were all in for free choice. Wasn't that the point from your side too?
You're taking away my children's choice to love me.
It's not a choice if it's forced.
You hear nothing. Yeah, Herbie, it's your go.
Herbie sees the Assaultron pulling up also. He pulls out this new grenade he hadn't seen in it previously. Very often. He's heard about them, but it's the plasma grenade.
Ooh.
Does a little more damage. And he's going to toss it over there. I'm just using the fray grenade for the base, just because of it's all set up on my sheet, and I didn't want to try to create that one. But it does additional damage. So I'm going to add that.
Cool.
Right there into it. 4 successes. Plus. Oh no, I shouldn't have rolled that many.
I was just thinking, that's a lot of dice.
No, it still would be 2 successes. It would just be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, call that 2 successes.
The bonus was supposed to be on the damage dice. So that now comes up to be. It's normally 6, so that's. And I can re-roll 3 of them because of the drugs.
So that's 12.
So that's a total of 12 energy damage.
Yeah. 13. Yeah. You throw the grenade. It makes a very, very weird sound you've not heard before. It sounds kind of like if someone was firing 10 laser rifles all at once, or 10 plasma rifles, just like... Pew! And the Mr. Gutsy has been vaporized. The Assaultron Invader, it's still standing, but it is smoking from various new holes that you have given it. No longer the chrome chic finish of the Baconites. Augusta, it's your go.
And
Oh, sorry.
I yell to Augusta, hurry up and get that tape in there. There's going to be more. And she's coming.
And Augusta is already on this. She's moving on to this next block there. And she throws a stim pack to Piper.
Oh, to Dr. Amari.
Oh, Dr. Amari, sorry, yes. I don't know if maybe Dr. Amari might get the message and also be coming closer, but that's what the plan is, to get a stim pack to her.
Yep, she's got the stim pack. It lands on the ground in front of her and she picks it up and jams it into her neck. But we'll work that out on her next turn.
Yep. Can I move another one whilst I'm there, or is that enough actions?
You've moved one and you've thrown.
Yeah.
If you don't attack anyone, I'm going to say you can move one more. From where you are, you can move into Radio Metal.
I'm doing exactly that.
Okay.
I'm not going to stay here and fight everything that comes when I could be getting this done.
All right, so I'm just going to...
I was going to say, I'm here. I barely moved an hours.
I'm going to say you enter and you are in a hallway leading towards what looks like a reception area. The place looks empty.
And I feel like I should pause there because that's probably enough actions for my round, and I want to let the combat people continue, but she's going to push in when the time arrives.
Cool. So next it's the robot's turn. This cyber dog, as much as it's been suffering, is going to take another bite out of Jade. Oh wow, success.
Yikes.
The cyber dog jumps up and tries to take a bite out of your neck. 8 physical damage.
Minus armor, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
sick.
also like adamantium stuff and other things. Like you take an injury essentially. Because that is a lot. Oh, well then you don't.
I take 6 points of damage, but I need 7 to take a injury.
Fair enough. This cyber dog is going to go and take a bite out of Herbie. Only 1 success, so no extra damage dice on this one. 4 physical damage on you, Herbie, from that cyber dog.
He doesn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't think that would be... I thought that might be the case. The Assaultron Invader is taking a shot with its laser and hits you, Herbie. You take 4 energy damage. Or not,
Okay.
I assume.
Or not.
And is going to move in. And at that point, four Protectrons show up at the gate. And all of the robots say, "See you soon. I've just got to..." Wait, what the... Augusta, you hear on your Pip-Boy a very familiar voice. "We've made contact. We're attacking both the Forge and the Baconites from the south. Are you close to getting the signal out?"
Closer than we were when we started, but they're sending everything they can after us.
Shit.
Kathy might be heading here herself.
Yeah, it looks like she's turning round.
What's the turning circle like on one of those? Actually, save that for later.
Well, she's walking on 3 legs.
Okay, so she's just doing the sort of pivot. Terrifying. I'm going to get on with this. You get on with your thing, and we'll check up in a minute. Next time you hear from me, it'll be because it's done, or because you're not going to hear. I shouldn't have muted it, I was saying it. Or because you're not going to hear from me again.
Good luck. We're all depending on you. Move forward! Is the last thing you hear on the radio. So yeah, Jade, you just had your go. So now it's the NPC's turn. Piper is going to run into Radio Metal, and so is Dr. Amari. So they're going to join you in there, Augusta. Oh, Jade, have you had your go? No, you haven't. Sorry. Jade, it's your go. I jumped the gun on the NPCs.
Alrighty then.
Run away.
Yeah. I might take this one out first. I'll try at least. Holy shit. That is 5 energy damage with 2 piercing for the cyber dog.
Yep, that cyber dog is toast. You bring the shish
Good.
kebab down and split it right in half.
Yep.
That is nightmare fuel because nobody wants to split a dog in half. Everyone loves dogs, or at least likes them. But that is something you're going to have in your dreams for the next 6 months.
And how far can I move?
You can move 1, where there's a line.
1. All right. Then that will be up here, I think. And call Sniff with me. There.
Okay. So yeah, the NPCs join you inside Radio Metal. Dr. Mari and Piper Wright. As she walks in, Dr. Mari says, "Right, we need to put the tape in the studio where the broadcasters would do their stuff. Then we need to do something in the machine room, the broadcast center, which shouldn't be that far away from it."
So she'll start searching and looking for the...
Yeah, just to explain what you're seeing. So I haven't blacked any of it off because honestly I forgot to do that. So we're just going to roll with it. You're in the hallway that's leading to B, which is the reception. That's all you can see. But you see around B, that's a hallway.
I'm hoping that if I look in the reception, there might be signs or some kind of map on the wall or something like that where people might indicate where things are in the building.
We'll try that on your go. But now we're going to go back to the exterior in time for Herbie's turn.
Herbie is going to pitch another grenade to the big group here. And same thing as before, just using this as the base. 0 successes. He can re-roll 1.
I think he should.
Actually, no, this is... Yeah, I can re-roll. I'm trying to see. Okay.
And we still have
Re-roll
audience.
Yep, but let's just do his free re-roll first. Just have to find the right pace. So that's a D20. So he would have double, since he is throwing is a 5. He rolled a 5, so he would have gotten 2 successes on that roll. Gives us a tag skill. So then he will roll damage. And that's an additional 5 plus. And he can re-roll 3 damage because of the drug.
You don't need to. You absolutely obliterate them.
And I will.
Your new toy explodes. And where
And
4
that was-
Protectrons were standing are now just piles of dust.
That was the last one he had of them, but that was the most targets. He's then going to move 1 square back as his movement. And that's all he can do.
Okay. For ease of convenience, Augusta, when it's your go, we're going to assume it's also Dr. Amari and Piper's go as well. So, what would you like to do? You can move 1 for free and you'll have an action. You can move 2, but you won't have like an action anymore.
She's going to move into the reception and look for signs or indications about what's in which room.
Okay.
The key thing here is she wants to get this done as quickly as possible.
All right. Dr. Amari and Piper follow you into the room. You see a reception desk. There is no obvious sign of any kind of map or plan. All there is a door to your left that would lead into a hallway. All around the room are glass panel walls. So you can see, from where you are, basically, if you look at the map, you go through there, there's a hallway that goes all the way around.
I get the idea.
And there's all these different rooms. But you can't tell exactly what they are.
So my second movement will be to go through that door.
Cool, go for it.
And then she'll start to look round the rooms in order and get a stop when she gets to the one that has the playback system in it.
At that point, you are fired upon as you enter the corridor by a turret, whilst a turret appears from out of the ceiling and targets you. A critical fail, but also 1 success, so I'm going to say that missed. You managed to
Augusta
dodge
says one of the many words that
time.
she's learned since she's been out of her vault.
This is going to take a shot at Piper and hits. Does 6 damage to Piper, which is bad. But Piper is going to fire back and misses. Dr. Amari is going to fire back. Why did it do that? It's not attaching to Dr. Amari for some reason, but that's easy to fix. There we go. Character HP, done. Gonna fire back with her laser gun. She hits. Does 2 damage to the turret. How much? Okay. 7, there we go. And that's the turn from inside the building. Now, back to outside. It is the robot's turn. So, new robots show up. What should I say, robot? A Baconite sentry bot appears. The Assaultron Invader fires its laser and hits you, Herbie. Let's see if this actually does anything to you. Oh, damn. 13 energy damage, and it is vicious. To you, Herbie.
Where does it hit me?
It hits you 18, so one of your legs, I think.
That would be my right leg. All right. Now, remind me how it works when it overflows damage. That comes off the hit points of the armor, right?
If you're wearing power armor, it comes off the hit points.
Okay, so
that
I am
body
down
part.
hit points on the armor, but not on that body part. Okay. All right. The armor takes damage.
Great. And the cyber dog is going to come and try and take a chunk out of you. One success. One damage, which I know well enough is going to do nothing to you. It's more of an annoyance at this point, just trying to bite at your feet.
Try not to trip on it is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Jade, it is your go.
Herbie will be yelling, "Get inside!" So it's easier to defend.
Yep.
Okay, you leg it inside. And that's because you had to do like 2 zones there. That's basically your entire go.
Yep.
Okay. That is going to be done on the Augustus turn. So, yeah, back round. Herbie, it's your go again.
Herbie is going to back up 1 square and stand in the front of the doorway. From here, the only one he can truly target with his machine gun is the cyber dog. So that's what he's going to hit him with. No additional. 2 successes.
Let me know when you've got all your damage.
Oh, get the cursor in the right spot. That would be a total of 12.
You shred it to bits. And now you also will have nightmares forever, as you have just murdered a dog and just gives a whimper as it dies.
It was not a real dog.
It used to be. A cyber dog basically was a real dog that has its brain replaced.
It's no longer a real dog.
That is a philosophical discussion for another time.
Yep, and Herbie is going to stand there making sure nobody gets through the doorway. That's where he will stand from this point on unless he hears screaming, yelling, and somebody yell his name.
Okay. Now we're going to transfer back inside. Jade, you have joined internally inside Radio Metal.
Yep.
Where is your player counter? There you are. You are there with Sniff. And you can see at the end of the hall, the turret is firing at people. We're going to go through this in order. So, Augusta, it's your turn.
She's going to take an aim at the nearest turret with the Magnum rather than the assault rifle. It feels a bit much to use the assault rifle inside like this. Close up, we'd probably all get deafened. And I'm just making sure I'm on the right page, first of all. That will help. Magnum. Yeah. And that. So that's the turret in the ceiling above her that just fired at us.
Okay.
Turret 2.
You fire and take out a whole chunk of its circuitry and machinery, but it is still operating. The light is still on. The big red light on the end.
She rolls to somewhere to try and find cover.
Yeah, where would you like to move to?
I'm wondering if room 2
You want to go
is the
into...
only place there is curtain, because if it's just glass brick on one side and it's rooms on the other, there's probably not a lot of detail or anything to hide behind. So probably room 2 is probably the most obvious location to go to.
Okay, you run into room 2, and the room has got green walls and has a couple of sofas and a table in it and nothing else.
A literal green room. Of course, Augusta wouldn't know what that is, but
Okay, then it's going to be the NPC's turn. Shooting at this first turret. Piper actually hits and does quite a significant amount of damage. That first turret in that first room is looking quite fucked up. Dr. Amari is going to fire on it. And totally misses and decides to bolt to the other room where there is another turret. Jade, it's your go.
5 damage more for the turret with 4 piercing.
Okay. You bash it one time, it lets out a... but appears to be still operational. Now, how are we going to do this? Okay. So the NPCs and the turrets have... No, the turrets haven't gone yet. Okay. This turret's going to take a shot at Dr. Amari. And misses. Turret 1 is going to take a shot at Jade as the closest one to it. And really misses. Misses to the point where it malfunctions and explodes. It only had 1 hit point left. So it just tries to fire, but the laser round goes off inside the turret and mashes what's left of its controlling unit and just dies. So that's inside. Let's jump back out to outside. Because it is now the robot's turn. The Assaultron Invader approaches you, Freddy, and takes a shot. Not Freddy. Herbie. Freddy's dead. And malfunctions. I'm going to leave a note saying no. The laser malfunctions and it cannot take an action next turn. The sentry bot moves forward and fires a missile at Herbie and hits.
Okay, Herbie might take damage this time.
No, because the damage roll was astonishingly shit. You took 5 physical damage from that. From a missile.
Oh, yeah, and I have to remember with blast, Herbie even has more resistance.
I assumed that anything under 5 is not going to do shit to you. Just across the board.
Under 10.
And at that point, another sentry bot rocks up. Herbie, it's now your turn.
I'm only able to target the Assaultron over here. So he will do that with the 4 successes.
Goodbye, Assaultron Invader.
So that would be 8. So, and plus he can re-roll 3.
Can we take him home and keep him?
So that's 10 in total.
So that would be, 10 in total.
Jade, you've already got a dog.
That Assaultron Invader is not looking long for this world. It is very, very close to being deactivated permanently. Alright.
And Herbie just makes himself a wall.
Alright, we're going to go back inside.
Home guard will be very happy with him.
Augusta, it's your turn.
Well, this room isn't where we want to be, and there's still a turret outside, more or less. So she's going to take a shot at the turret from inside the room and then duck back in out of the range of it in case it doesn't destroy it.
Okay.
I have to open my sheet for this to work because I'd closed it so I could see the map. Because we don't all have massive screens. Okay, going to use the Magnum again because that's working out well so far.
Ooh,
Has it?
3
I've got
successes.
2 of it's come through twice. I apologize.
Well, I mean,
I'll just do that one and cancel the second one.
okay. Using all of your training that you probably would have preferred not to have got, you roll out, aim up, fire, and it explodes. Sparks, wires, cables, circuit boards rain from the sky. You have taken it out.
She takes a breath and stands up and looks up the corridor, double checking this time in case there's any evidence that there might be more turrets up there.
Cool, cool. Now it's Dr. Mari's turn. She's just going to turn to you and say, I'm going to try and find the recording studio. She runs, looks in there, looks into the room next to her. You see her basically say nope and move on to the next door. Looks inside and says nope, moves on out of sight. Piper follows and says, okay, is the coast clear?
It seems to be, but there might be more of those turrets. I would be careful, but we also need to be quick.
All right, okay, I'll go. She moves on to the next corridor. And goes out of sight. Jade, it's your go.
Well, I guess he'll just follow the rest. He can't do much else, I think. So we are going this way, right?
Yeah. And you can move another one to where Piper and Dr. Amari are if you choose.
Yeah. Oh, that's them. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. At that point, 2 turrets take a shot at you, Jade. Oh, let's just see if that one hit. It did. Okay, so you take 6 energy damage, but split between 4 and 2. So 4 minus your armor, then 2 minus your armor.
Yeah, so 2 doesn't go through, and the 4 will be 1, just, I think.
You see in inside room G, because you're standing basically outside the door of that, there's a couple of metal lockers in there, and a bunch of buckets and mops and a shelf full of cleaning equipment. It's obviously not what you're looking for. So that's inside done. Let's go back outside. And it is the turn of the robots out here. They're going to advance. They're all going to fire at Herbie. But the Assaultron Invader can't because it has been critically failing. So it just moves. Critical fail from that is that it misses you, Herbie, which you like. But that doesn't matter because that one hits. Oh, that's a good roll for you. Okay, the first sentry bot unleashes his chain gun, but just peppers the wall and the door behind you. The second sentry bot hits you, though, for 5 physical damage.
Okay. It hits my armor and ting, ting, ting.
Yes, basically that, yes. So, from behind, once again, we've got... Yeah. An Assaultron Dominator appears. This is an Assaultron model you haven't seen before. And Herbie, it's your go.
He's gonna fire at Sentry Bot this time because this one over here it almost blew itself up.
Yeah,
It's not threatening him.
Yeah.
I can re-roll one of those dice. Critical fail.
Oh. Yeah, because I think because you re-rolled an extra dice, I don't think that necessarily counts as a critical fail. So I think you got off from that scot-free, just didn't do any damage. I think that's how it works, isn't
either
it?
way. You tell me.
I don't know. This hasn't happened before. In the 39 sessions we've done of this is the first time. I'm going to say no.
I would say I fail. Okay. You're a nicer overseer than me.
I don't know. I'm going with what I think is logical.
Go for
It's the last session. It's okay for the GM not to necessarily go for a TPK. It doesn't have to end like that, okay?
We're coming very, very close to the end of this whole thing.
I've never taken damage at this session.
That's really something.
That's because of all the drugs.
And armor.
So, Augusta, it's your turn. And from what you've heard, turret fire. You've heard gunfire, but you can't really see from where you're standing.
So she's keeping her magnum drawn, but she's approaching cautiously as she moves up the corridor. And I'm just flicking back because I keep having the wrong thing to move my counter with. So she'll come up to this end here, look cautiously around the wall, and see that there's a turret there, and attempt to take a shot at it. And for this, I need to click more. I've just opened Miss Nanny. I was like, where's my guns gone? Someone's taking all the guns. No, I opened Miss Nanny's sheet. Telling you this to fill time. Shot. Damage.
Did you put extra damage on that one?
Should I have put extra damage on that one?
You got 3 successes. So
I'll
put on like 2 extra.
I'll do that. That'll help. 7.
Damn.
So 11 in total.
Again, you look around, you roll out, you fire your magnum like a badass, and it explodes.
I hate that this comes so easily to me.
I mean, it's better than missing.
I've done enough of that as well.
Piper is going to run forward and fire at the other turret. She is not the best shot. And she misses. Dr. Mari runs forward. Fires her laser gun. She's a better shot. And she hits. And gets an extra damage dice out of that. Oh, damn. And takes out the turret there. Piper looks in that room and says, I think this is the recording studio. Jade, it's your go.
Was it the recording studio we were looking for, or the...
Dr. Mari says, we need to put the tape in the recording studio and then find... Either it's going to be called the machine room or the broadcast center or something along those lines to activate the signal.
2. Can you have a look in there?
Okay, you and Jade sprint round and you see through the open door racks of equipment, of electronic equipment you've never seen before, with what looks like hundreds of cables coming out of it. And a terminal in the center of the room. There's no sign.
Look like technician room.
Dr. Mari says, that has to be it.
Well, then it's here.
Okay. And so it is this thing's turn. It's going to take a shot at you, Jade. And misses. And that's it for inside. Let's go back outside and see what these things do to Freddy. No, Herbie. Nah.
I feel vindicated.
The Assaultron, which is on its last legs, runs up towards you, and you hear a beep, 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 beep as it runs forward, and it explodes. And does a grand total of 6 physical damage from the blast.
This
You stand
smoke out in front of his face.
none of it touching you, I'm sure.
Oh, it tinged and bounced off, but no biggie.
Sentry bot runs forward, firing its chain gun at you, and hits. And does a grand total of 3 physical damage, so basically nothing. Oh, the sentry bot's already moved. The second sentry bot's going to take a shot. And hits. And hits you for 6 physical damage.
Okay. Ting, ting, bing.
The Assaultron Dominator fires its laser at you. Absolutely hits. This one's going to hurt. And
Nope.
you take 6 energy damage. That's vicious, and then 2 additional physical damage, and then 2 additional energy damage. It says physical. It should be energy. Don't know why I did that. So basically, combined 8 physical damage, and that's going to hit you on the 12.
It hits the right arm and just ricochets off, hitting something else.
When I said to you that you had the ability to make any mod you could, you really did. Nicely done. So yeah, it's your go, Freddy. No, Herbie. Why am I doing that?
Because I'm upsetting your stream of damage.
Yes.
I am going to target the nearest sentry bot. Also, yeah. Oh, another critical fail. This time, it was a true critical fail. I can't re-roll.
Yeah, your gun has jammed.
Herbie will just throw it to the ground and pull out the shotgun for next round.
Nicely done. So yeah, it will take you an action to unjam your gun. So that's probably a wise move. So at that point, I forgot to add. Two Assaultron invaders.
This will help you because now my armor class is 2 less. My damage resistance.
Oh damn!
I'm...
At this point, Herbie, you hear.
I'm gonna scream, "Hurry! I hear footsteps."
We're gonna cut.
Big ones.
We are going to cut inside. Inside, you all hear. Basically what Herbie just heard, but a lot quieter, because you're indoors. Augusta, it's your go.
The trouble with having the multiple maps thing is I can't look at the map and plan things whilst it's not my turn.
Well, you take your time now. If you want to plan something, I'll give you. Give
me a second. So she's going to look in the room on the way past. Is the recording studio what we need?
The recording studio, you heard Piper saying this is the recording studio, and she's standing outside of it.
Yeah. Is that what I want to be in, or is it I'm heading straight for like a TX kind of room or something?
Dr. Mario said to you that you need to place the holotape in the recording studio
Okay,
and then activate it from the machine room
got you.
or
Then she will
broadcast
do that.
center, because they can be
She's
both.
she's heading for the recording studio to replace the holotape then.
Okay.
Have I gone in the wrong room? Is it 2 or is it
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, just for brevity's sake, this is basically going to be a science intelligence test, but you're basically trying to find a place to put a tape, which is not going to be that hard. This is going to be a 1 difficulty, which I think you'll probably pass automatically with a lab coat. But you pass it anyway.
Yeah.
You find the tape deck area and you stick the holotape in it. The lights on the desk come on. Lots of dials and knobs. You've been inside like a recording studio or a radio studio. You understand the kind of thing that is in there. It all lights up. Dr. Mori stands at the doorway and says, "All right, I'll go see if I can activate it." And she sprints to where Jade is, unaware that there is a turret there. Piper follows.
She can go one more, right?
Yeah, she can. She can just go straight into the room, and so does Piper.
Yep.
The turret is going to take a shot at you, Jade. Oh wait, no, Jade, it's your go first. Then
Yep. 3 energy damage.
You raise your shish kebab once again, and you jump up to hit it from the ceiling. You just manage to reach it, but you just take off the covering of it, revealing its insides. You don't necessarily do any damage to the insides, but you have exposed it. The turret is going to take a shot at you. It hits. This is going to hurt.
Yeah.
That is a 6 piercing energy damage.
Where?
On the 13.
That's a 13. That's right on. So piercing goes through armor, right?
Yes, but only one of them with the smiley face. So it ignores one armor essentially.
Just add 1 to the damage.
So if you've got 2 there, it's actually only 1, so you get 5 damage from that. And if we're all good, I'd like to turn this back to outside. Sentry bot is going to stay where it is and fire straight at you. Hits. 1 additional dice on that. 7 physical damage to you, Herbie, from that one. I'll do the other one.
Where?
Good point. On the 1.
That's a headshot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm still good. Bounces off his head.
Herbie, someone in chat wants to know if we're distracting you from your search for Sarah Connor.
The sentry bot fires its chain gun and it jams. So it spends this turn unjamming it with his unjamming protocol. The Assaultron Dominator steps forward and takes a shot at you, Herbie. Hits. 8 vicious energy damage to the 7.
Torso.
And so it has to meet or beat. Oh, okay. If it's torso, then I'm fine. Okay.
Okay, the Assaultron invaders will step forward and they will take a shot. That's a hit with an extra dice.
Ooh.
12
Now
vicious
we're
energy
talking.
damage to the 9.
Left arm.
Yep, I know, but I have to do math. So 9 minus. So 3 points of damage to his armor on his right arm, left arm.
That was a good hitless run you were having.
You take another 6 energy damage from the other Assaultron invader to the 19, whatever that is.
It wouldn't have gotten through with a 6.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Herbie, it's your go, and you hear louder than before.
And he's going, I don't think this is going to help with that, but he's going to take out and try to shoot Sentry Bot here. 3 successes.
Absolutely hits.
He's going to roll that over for damage. Oh, that's rate of fire. Which, yeah, let's just go full. That. Roll additional dice. Roll.
Fuck.
Do I need to keep rolling? Because I got 3 more.
Keep rolling.
I can.
That is a tremendous amount of dice.
That is a total of
23.
23.
You take a
And too
massive...
bad there's nothing else in the same square as him. Because it's a burst weapon also.
No, the sentry bot is in its own individual square.
I know, I said I wish it was
Oh, yeah.
more in there with him.
Yeah, you've... I shouldn't say it with this much detail, but you've taken over half of its hit points in one go from that. So you should be pretty proud of yourself. Are you moving? Or are you just staying where you are?
He's just retreating a little bit more into the hall, just so line of fire is less. Nobody can come from the sides as easy.
Okay, so you're sort of in the doorway.
If there's anything, I can shut the door or anything. If it's
You can shut the door.
something that's more if it's more secure than a wooden door, yeah. But he's just gonna sit there and be at the door otherwise.
I mean, it is a wooden door.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna hold up to the gunfire. He's gonna stay there and keep shooting.
Okay.
He's just gonna start screaming, "Hurry up! Are you still alive in there? Let me know."
We'll cut back to inside where the players may or may not be alive from Herbie's perspective. Augusta, it's your turn. You're loaded in the tape. You can hear from the other room Dr. Piper asking, so describe to me what you're doing. And Dr. Amari says, shut the fuck up, I'm working here.
It sounds like they've got something in hand. If I'm all done in here and the tape is looking secure, I'm going to leave and head to the other room to try and help with the TX side of things.
Okay. Whereas you sprint into the other room past the turret that is on its last legs. Well, almost last legs. Its insides have been exposed.
Mm.
As you enter the room, you see Dr. Amari is tapping on the terminal as fast as she can, and she says, okay, just give me 1 minute. Dr. Amari, Piper there is nursing a wound whilst occasionally taking notes in her notepad.
Augusta hands her another stim pack. Oh, actually, that was Dr. Amari. They got the first one. Yeah, this is Piper's first stim pack, but she'll hand a stim pack.
Oh, thank you. She pumps it into her shoulder. She gets back 4 hit points. The wound heals, congeals, and she moves around a bit more and just like, oh, thank God for that. Okay. And gets back to immediately making more notes. It's the turret's turn, I believe.
Not mine.
Oh, it is yours, yes.
Mine.
Yep, it's your go. Your go.
Five damage and 4 piercing.
Ooh, close. You smash it again, and you take off even more of its outsider shell and even some of its insides as well, but it seems to still be functioning. It's frizzing up a bit. It's moving from side to side a bit more rapidly than before. There's smoke coming from it, but it is still able to take a shot at you. But if it gets a critical fail here, it basically explodes. It does not do a critical fail. It hits you. For 5 energy damage on the 6. For people who can't see what's going on here, when I say it's hitting you in the 6, I roll a d20 to figure out where it hits on the body, and 6 corresponds to a body part.
Which is, in this case, the torso.
It's kind of like a nastier version of Twister.
Yeah. So now things are
I
getting...
might be taking a stim pack myself this time.
So if we're all good, going to go back outside for what might be the final round before the signal goes out, maybe. And a lot of robots are going to shoot at Freddy. No, Herbie. Why do I keep doing that now, of all times?
Yeah, you're making me do math when I'm tired, or
The sentry bot on the left of you hits you for 6 physical damage, which I'm assuming does nothing.
oh. Ping ping. Your target number is either 8 for physical in most cases, or 7, 11.
11 physical
Ooh,
damage
there we go.
from the second sentry bot on the 6.
That would be torso. They stick into his armor. He now has stuff damaging his armor.
I only just got to your armor after all that. Oh, this is right. Plus another 1. 8 energy damage from the Assaultron Dominator that just showed up onto your right.
Where is it hit?
It hits you on the 18.
Okay. He does a point of damage. His right leg is most damaged, and it looks pretty tore up already.
Okay, the Assaultron Invader on the left takes a shot at you and hits you for 7 energy damage on the 20.
Okay, 7 does not break the threshold. It is the threshold.
The other Assaultron Invader got a very good roll. This is going to hurt.
Leave it hit. Ooh, that is going to hurt.
11 energy damage is sustained on the 5.
Oh, 11? That is the number for his torso. Oh, no. So 2 got through. Never mind. I forgot I have to subtract 2. I'm not carrying a big gun anymore.
Okay, and with that, it is your go. And this time you hear, and you can all hear this being very loud now. Boo, boo, boo.
Bacon's nearly ready.
Herbie will target the same score he did last time. I'm assuming it's his shot next.
Yes, it's your go.
1 success. Is that enough? So
7 physical damage. Do you have other rolls to make?
I can re-roll 3 of them. Just a second. The 3 blank ones, or 3 of the blank ones. So an additional 3, so that's a total of 10 points of physical damage and it's a burst.
So it also hits the Assaultron for half that, right?
Yep.
So that's...
I doubt it. I'm not even sure if it got through their armor this time.
Now, you got through their armor. You do some significant damage to the sentry bot, which is now starting to blink and smoke from places it doesn't want smoke coming from. The Assaultron, you basically remove a plate of armor from its side that comes off, but is mostly still operational. So now we're going to cut back inside. And at this point, Dr. Mari says, she types away. And done. You all hear coming through the speakers on the walls, because as this is a radio studio, there are speakers on the walls that are outputting the signal. As in any good radio station, the people inside can hear what's going on inside the recording studio from outside. And it sounds much like for people who are quite, who have been around for a while, like what would happen if you played like a Commodore 64 tape on a tape player. So lots of
Or the fax machine line, or the dial-up.
Dial-up modem.
Exactly. You hear that.
I was about to say, have you ever heard 2 AIs talk to each other?
No, it's just beeps and noise. That's what this is.
The signal erupts out. You presume that it is hitting the wasteland in a fairly wide radius. Going back outside quickly. Herbie, you see the robots that were moving towards you stop. The red lights on their various artifice change colour. They stop glowing red and start glowing white. And you could swear that the Assaultron invaders on the back line are shaking. The sentry bots, the light blinks. And eventually, the lead sentry bot says,
all the while they're doing that, I'm reloading the shotgun.
The lead sentry bot says, I don't know if I want to fight you.
I prefer you left and didn't fight me.
I
really don't want to die, because your numbers you just keep showing up. Go home.
I want to go and find a place to call home. And that sentry bot starts to roll away. The other robots are still in the process of being reprogrammed. And at that point,
Herbie reaches down and grabs his machine gun and starts to unjam it also. While that's going on, he's letting him leave. He's doing nothing, but he's preparing. We still hear footsteps.
At this, suddenly the footsteps that you've been hearing suddenly become almost as loud as the radio signal you can hear from inside. And you see, towering over the wall, you have never seen a structure or anything this tall before. This thing is the size of the tallest intact buildings you have seen in the wasteland over your years. From where you are standing, you can see 3 long metallic steel legs leading up to a vault.
I don't think this gun is going to be big enough.
You hear a voice What have you done? What have you done to my children?